Okay, so today, y'all, we are trying to make another silicone mold. I'm gonna make a bubble coaster. I have this made out of marbles, the large marbles, and I hot glue them to the bottom of this. Um, what are these things called? You know, when you have a meal prep, one of these little meal prep things or lunch boxes. And then I have this seashell and I hot glued it to the bottom of this. And so we are going to be using the Let's Resin mold. But y'all, the kicker is this stuff expired in 2025. So let's see if expired silicone rubber works. That's going to be the hilarious part of this video. So next, I just need to mix up the two parts. I'm planning on just using them both because why keep something that's expired? That's why I have both of these dishes. And then we'll come back and see if it actually cures. All right, y'all, I just realized that even though I'm winging it, I should probably like know how much of each I'm putting in, right? So let me get a baseline. Wait, after y'all, I haven't done this in so long, I forgot how to do it. Turn it on. Let's see, I guess let's do grams. All right. So the cup by itself is 34 grams, which I should probably write down. Let's see. Solo cup, 34 grams. Okay. And so I've already poured part A in here. And so part A is 291 grams. So 291 minus 34. Y'all, let's see if I remember math. So we gotta borrow from this 9. We'll make that 8, make that 11. So 11 minus 4, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. 7. And then 8 minus 3 is 5, I think. Yeah. So 257 grams of the product. Right. Okay, so then we're gonna, now it's just, all right, okay, now we're gonna tear this out. And then we're gonna pour part B. See, I remember. And I need 257 grams of part B. Ooh. Oh wait, y'all, something went in there. Oh, freaking A. I didn't know that there was a cap in there, guys. So there's another cap in here of the other one. Oh crap, that's gonna mess up my weight now. Okay, let's see how much it messes up. Y'all, it's been a minute since I've done this. So that took away 4 grams. So actually, maybe it's like 252. 4, 5, 6, 3. Okay, let's start again. So let's go with 253 grams. I hope this mixed right, y'all. Is part B supposed to look like that? I don't know. Does part B weigh differently? I don't know, y'all. I have not done this in quite some time. But I'm back. Okay, come on, part B. Okay, let's go over there. I'm not going to decide. Come on. All right, y'all. As you can see, I'm at 249. So it has taken a lot to scrape stuff out of this part B, but I think we are in the business. and we will be able to at least get an equal amount. So I'm gonna do one more of what I can scrape out of here. Yeah, I had to put on gloves because it was getting pretty yucky, and I didn't like that. All right, so that's part B. I'm gonna sit that over there, and we're gonna move this. All right, so 287. Gonna move our scale out of the way. And now we are going to mix our silicone. And this, what's this called? A plastic knife is not that strong. So I'm going to use this pencil that I found. And the directions say, like, make sure you, like, scrape the side and stuff because it has to be, like, a uniform mix. So I'm going to spend a couple of minutes mixing this to make sure it is uniform throughout, because I have had like silicone at work before. I don't know if I like didn't mix it good enough, or I don't know why it did not do right. Probably because I didn't mix it enough. And y'all, I don't care if this mold has bubbles in it. Like, I'll be surprised if this mold does right. So let me mix it, and then I'll be back when it's time to pour. Okay, y'all, so I think this has been mixed pretty well. So we'll get on to the pouring part. So we might not have enough to do both. So let's go with the bubble coaster. So we're just gonna slowly pour. And the good thing about these marbles is that if this doesn't come out right, they're glass, so they're easily clean. And I can, try it again another time. I have made a bubble coaster out of them before. I think that video is up. If so, I'll link it. But so far, so good. Like I said, I hot glued the marbles to the bottom of this meal prep tray. All right, I think we're in the business, bro. That should be good. I think that's good. All right. So since this one clearly does not have enough silicone, I'm going to pour the silicone into my bubble coaster mold. So at least it could be thick, maybe. That's what I'm trying to say here. All right. Okay. And you know what? I have some extra marbles, so let's just, y'all, I don't know. Let's see what that comes out as. It's okay, guys, because this one is probably not going to come out right. But hey, I don't have anything else that I can mold right now. And so, like I said, this silicone is expired anyways. So, meh. I don't know what I could make it into, but I could probably shape it into something. That would be a shape that's like that's very unique. I don't know where I was going with the thing. All right. So, it looks uniform enough. And so, let's see. They said the curing time is 3 to 6 hours. Okay, so in this frame, yes, now we have switched to voiceover people. In this frame, I am taking the mold out of the meal prep container, and it was pretty easy to get out. Like I said, it was a uniform pour, so the silicone like set perfectly. It was just fine. And these are how the marbles looked on the inside. I had to do a little bit of doctoring with some scissors, but I was able to pluck all of the marbles out. And this is literally what I did. I just plucked the marbles out until they came out. I stretched and pulled it. Remember, it is silicone, so like it's okay, you know, if you stretch it and pull it. I did notice like there were some holes on the sides, and literally, y'all, I just put tape on those, like regular like tape, masking tape on the sides, and they held up for the pours that I did, which will be coming up at the end of this video. You'll get to see some of the bubble coasters I made using this mold. But before I use it, I just kind of cut some of the silicone out so it can really define the shape.